Hi, my name is Sagar, and in this video, I am going to talk about virtue. But before speaking anything about virtue, let me be clear about the fact that neither do I intend to preach anything about virtue, nor do I wish to sound like a moralist by trying to convince you to follow a master narrative of virtue. Because for me, the term virtue is a matter of subjectivity. It varies from culture to culture and from one group to another. For instance, if you will visit a hyper capitalist society, you will realize that instant gratification, competition, ableism, consumerism, and all forms of narcissism might appear normal for the members of that society, and anything that debunks that normative might appear eccentric or deviant in the eyes of that society. On the contrary, there are societies which are uh, not governed by neoliberalism. In those societies, you will find non instrumental relationships which prefer uh, cooperation over competition, egalitarianism over hierarchical setups, and sharing rather than charity. I once left for a journey on my bike from Delhi to Leh via Manali, and then returned back from there from Kargil to Pathankot via Jammu and Kashmir. And this was the journey where I met various individuals. Their help, hospitality, and friendliness made me realize humanity is not dead yet, it has just changed its address. Nowadays, it resides in forests and mountains. And that was the moment when I asked myself, can I have a life with the ethos of serenity and thoughtfulness in the cities as well, which are usually in rush? Yes, you must be thinking that I am romanticizing or exaggerating a mode of existence which lacks modern financial system, or say for that matter advanced technological developments, which make our life easy and comfortable. And if this is the case, let me tell you, you're utterly mistaken. You're utterly mistaken because all I'm trying to convey here is that we need uh, we need to rethink about a world order where there is much for few but few for many, despite reckless competition and massive environmental degradation on one hand, and on the other hand, uh, people in certain regions of our world struggle every day to get access to basic amenities of their livelihood, despite upholding humanistic values. So basically, the question that I'm trying to raise here is that can the rural and the urban regions of our world fulfill the needs of each other sustainably? How can I contribute towards enriching the lives of every individual and make this world a better place for living? Now, we have seen in the past that both ardent communism and staunch capitalism have failed, and we have been looking towards an alternative of these two systems which can provide us with good mental health. Various scholars, thinkers, and researchers came up with different ideas uh, by experimenting in their day to day life. For instance, Gandhiji's idea of trusteeship, John Mackay's idea of conscious capitalism, and other such concepts and notions such as uh, impact investment or ESG investment, inclusive capitalism or stakeholder capitalism are trying their best to improve the conditions of human beings in our world. But these systems have their confront challenges in their day-to-day life. They confront challenges because people who are accustomed to vulgar economism uh, utilize various social and economic asymmetries present in our society for their personal benefit. And therefore, I personally feel that at this moment we ought to have three important virtues, and these virtues should be implemented or should become a part of our business model, so that our uh, uh, businesses can become beneficial for the entire mankind in the long run. But most importantly, these three virtues uh, can only become a reality when we refashion our habitus. These virtues can uh, improve our standard of living only when we uh, make them a part of our everyday life. So, if we do not refashion our habitus, these virtues might remain merely words, and it won't materialize into reality. These three virtues are: number one, commitment. Commitment is important because commitment and love go side by side. Without commitment, there is no love, and without love, there is no creativity. Second virtue that I believe in is compassion. Without compassion, you cannot have empathy. Without compassion, you cannot have empathy, and without empathy, you cannot have an understanding of the unknown or the other. And third one is to avoid all forms of cynicism, because we all know a cynic is a man who knows the price of everything but the value of nothing. These three virtues are not independent entities. Any one of them can make you reach towards the other two. These three virtues are, in my opinion, very essential in the 21st century. Thank you. Thank you very much.